Hey everybody, my name's Brittany. I started studying the Bible in April of 2017, and when I first started, I knew absolutely nothing. It was a lot of information, it was overwhelming, sometimes stressful, so I wanted to start a Bible for Beginners Bible study. So I missed uploading a video last week. I was in and out of the hospital, going through a few things, and it actually just slipped my mind. I was on a lot of medicine. So I'm going to do week 30, which is 2 Samuel now. And then I'm going to also do week 31, which will be 1 Kings, and upload it right after so we can catch back up. So let's see. We left off 2 weeks ago, technically, I guess, with Abigail. In 2 Samuel, it continues the story of David, who becomes the king of Israel. He defeats Jerusalem and made the city the home of the Israelites. And he also nicknames it Zion. He bought the Ark of the Covenant with him into the city. And then we go into chapter 7, which is a big chapter in which God promises to build a dynasty through David. And so this is all leading up to Jesus. And a king that will reign forever, who will come through his family line. David continues to grow stronger, defeat all kinds of groups of people. He is also a very kind person, though. He shows a lot of kindness to Saul's family. He's not one of those people that lets their fame get to their head also, which is always nice. Let's see, where am I? In chapter 11, it starts to go downhill for David. He sees a beautiful woman named I can never pronounce this, Bathsheba, bathing from his roof, and sends for her. Okay, so you've got David, who is top dog, and he's the king, he's over everything, and he sees this woman, Bathsheba, bathing on her rooftop. And then he sends for her, so he sends one of his people to go get her. And then they end up sleeping together. She gets pregnant by him, and then David tries to cover it up because she is actually married. And she is married to Uriah, one of his soldiers. So Uriah comes back from battle, and David tries to basically make Uriah and his wife Bathsheba have sexual relations so that this child seems to be Uriah's instead of David's. He keeps telling him to go home and relax. You did good. You've had a long rough time at work. But he doesn't, because Uriah is he just refuses to leave his master's side. He's very loyal to David. So so David had to then figure out another way to hide it. And he sent Uriah to the front lines of war where he was killed, and then married Bathsheba. They had a son. So they have the son together, and but God then took the son away as punishment for what they had done. But God then blessed him with another son named Solomon. David had many children, one named Amnon, who fell in love with his sister Tamar. And he raped her. So 2 years later, another brother, Absalom killed him. It gets a little confusing because there's a lot of brothers and sisters kind of thing, but yes, it is a brother who raped his sister, and then another brother who killed the brother for doing so. Now, Absalom, the one that kills the brother, leaves town, and when he comes back, he starts to plan against David, his dad. Not really something that we're used to in this day and age, I guess. But then he tries to turn the city people against David, and to make people follow him. Let's see. Alright, so Absalom's got his own army. He starts fighting David and David's army. And David had told his army that they weren't supposed to kill Absalom, because David is and has proven from the beginning that he is very tender-hearted and a kind-hearted man. Even though he was fighting, it was still his son, so he didn't want him to get hurt or killed. But Absalom's hair got caught in a branch, and his donkey, like he was riding on his donkey, and the hair got caught, donkey ran off, so he's like hanging from a tree by his hair. And that is where Joab of David's army stabbed him in the heart. And the Israelites enter into war several more times with the Philistines. They're always victorious. David sings a beautiful song praising God for all that he's done in his life. And then we get to 1 Kings, which I will talk about in the next video. God bless.